Afternoon. This is me. This is Reality with Krista Marie. This is a live that I did not schedule ahead of time, but I usually do Mondays, Bravo's Mistress Mondays, which I didn't schedule it today for Southern Charm, but I am going to talk about Southern Charm. This is Reality with Krista Marie. This is going to be for the Who Started You On podcast, also bonus episode, which is only on audio, is on Spotify and Apple. If you want to see me record them live and in person, or like see the camera, like how crazy that I am, come over here on Mondays and Fridays at 12, around 12 noon. I always have it scheduled. Every Friday we do the Housewives Who Started You On feuds, which is going to be pretty fun. And I usually have a panel. And then I usually do Mondays. I called side piece, not side piece, but Bravo's Mistress Mondays. It's the non-Housewives feuds or whatever's going on in Housewives, non-Housewives drama on Bravo. And actually, this isn't even Bravo. This is a little bit of Southern Charm because it was a really sad episode. And the Who Started You On thing with Austin and Taylor, it's like we already knew what happened. So to keep discussing that Who's side part, I just want to get in. I'm going to recap a little bit of the episode what happened with Olivia's brother because it was really sad. I see people in the room, so if you're here, can you just let me know in the comments? Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I hope you can hear me okay. Let me check my audio actually. Hold on. Mic's working. Okay, yeah, we're good. There I am. Because of the episode, it was really sad. It was about Olivia's brother who passed away during filming, which I was shocked. I had no idea. I knew that he passed away, but I didn't know that he passed away during filming. I must have missed that completely. So the episode wasn't even about hello. Yeah, reality concert. Hello. Yeah, it's a little bit of Southern Charm. I mean, like you said, this we've already known about Austin and Taylor, right? So to keep guessing about like what's going on with them too, we already know. And then this episode was really sad. And so I want to recap a little bit of that. And then Sisterwives, TLC, and 90 Day Fiancé. So I'm going to go 90 Day Fiancé. It's the new one, but there's also a couple that's on there before Gino and Jasmine. It's called The Other Way, this one, right? It's either the new one or The Other Way. It's the one with the new couples on it. So whoever comes into the room, thank you for showing up. Sorry it was the last minute. So don't expect a lot of people, but I appreciate anybody that comes. All right, so 90 days. I'll get a 90 Day Fiance first because we have new couples, right? And except for Gino and Jasmine were there before. Okay. But we have Gino and Jasmine. Jasmine is okay. So Gino and Jasmine, they were on, I think, two other seasons. She's finally over here in the States. She is with Gino, who we always thought that Gina was the one who would have to run. You know what I mean? Like run from her. She's crazy. But don't you guys remember in the very beginning, he sent her nudes to his ex-girlfriend. So like Gina's not perfect. So Jasmine, on the other hand, she's also like very spicy. She cries all the time. She's very emotional. Poor Gino. She spends all Gino's money. She has a completely new look. She's gotten so much plastic surgery, but she's really beautiful though. And they live in like Milwaukee or like somewhere. I even called it gray. Okay, Minnesota maybe, but it was wintertime when she got there. She's used to being in, I guess, like where she's from, Brazil, but she was a teacher, and I didn't know that. So Jasmine's a former teacher, and he is an engineer. It's Michigan. It's Michigan, and it's their third season. They argue all the time, constantly. They mostly argue over jealousy stuff. I don't even know. Like they argue over everything. They're engaged to get married, but I really believe that Gino and Jasmine absolutely love each other because as far as like their personalities being completely opposite, it's like a Colt and Larissa. except I think that Jasmine is more down to earth. Like, she's going to be like normal. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to calm down. Like, she just spent, just for instance, $10,000 of Gina's money that she was supposed to buy a wedding dress for herself, and she spent it on butt implants. So now that she's moved here and Gina found out, she's gonna have to calm down. But she spends a lot of money. She brought her dog with her. She has a son. They've been together for a couple years. I didn't really think they were gonna last. But they have. Gino is like, it just reminds me of it just reminds me of me and my husband. Okay, complete opposites. I'm just like her. My husband's very quiet like him. He just does his job. He wakes up, goes to work every day, same job, just same thing every day for years, years and years and years. Same thing every day. I, on the other hand, am a nutcase. I'm all over the place. I don't sit still. And you guys have noticed that. I don't sit still, you know? So, yeah. So Gina is pretty cool. Let me see how much battery I have. Oh, sorry, my battery's 10%. All right, I have to keep watching it. Okay. So, yeah. So Gina and Jasmine, they're back. She's finally over here. I don't really think she's not spending $10,000 on another wedding dress. He's not giving her another $10,000. Gino and her are complete opposites, but I really feel like they are one of the couples that are going to last. And, you know, as far as like the money, you know, like the jealousy thing, I think once she's here now, so like now everything's like it's going to calm down. I think. I just think that Gina needs to. He went back. He quit his job for a year. He took a sabbatical from his job. Now he's been in his job like 20 some years, like 30 some years, just like my husband. He's been in his job for years and years and years. Just goes there, makes money, and he just took off. I guess to spend time with her. That's what he said. But I don't know. I really like them. If anybody's listening or watching, let me know, guys, what you think about Jasmine and Gino. I know there's people that watch it, but like I said, this was a last minute live, so I don't know how many people are going to show up. But so they're the one couple that's coming back, that came back, right? I think her son is going to come here, but that'll be exciting. So now we have okay, Manuel and Ashley. Manuel and Ashley. Yes, I didn't realize he has two grown ass kids. So Manuel, Ashley's 31, he's 34. He's from Ecuador. She's from New York. They've known each other for 12 years. They broke up for like, I don't know, 10 years or something, or like 5 years or something. I don't know. They were together when they were younger. They broke up for like 10 years and then they got back together. He just moved here. He looks like he's 20 years old, but he's 34, which is crazy to me. Apparently he has 2 teenage kids that I had no idea that existed. They don't even know that he's here to get married to Ashley. She calls herself a witch. She's because she's in witchcraft and she does like pendulum reading and stuff. Now listen, she's very pushy with I'm a witch. There's all different kinds of cultures. There's all different kind of definitions for what you call witch. Okay, witchcraft, whatever. All she does, I do pendulum readings. It's spirituality. That's what she is. Spirituality. She wants to harp on her being a witch. He's just saying this is not. He's yelling at her. This is not the witch in my culture. That no, the bruja. Like that's not the witch that he's thinking. They didn't get into this whole thing, but anyway, that's their biggest argument. It seems like, or other than that, and then the fact that she wants her dog to sleep in the bed with them. Which listen, I have 4 cats. My cats sleep in my bed with me. Dogs, on the other hand, I don't know. One dog, yes, he's like, I'm not gonna let this dog sleep in your dog sleep in the bed with us. But when he first gets there, and she's like has a nervous breakdown, and she's like, the dog's sleeping in bed with us, and and then like they argue about the dog. And then she's like, and you better get used to it. I'm a witch bitch or something like that. I am a witch bitch or something like that. I was like, oh my God. I was like, he's just like sitting there like, I can't believe it. Like, so he just gets here, right? He doesn't speak English. She speaks Spanish. His mom or his kids, nobody even knows that he's like here to marry somebody and live. Like, isn't that whack? I'm like, so is he going to tell him? Like, what's the deal? I mean, they seem like they're in love. I mean, he seems like he's in love. I don't know. But I don't know. Her harping on a witch thing. She doesn't understand it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, he's like, okay, whatever. It's not my definition of witch. And she's just be like, all right, well then fine, I'm not a witch. I don't know. Like, I don't know why she's harping on it. She's like, I'm a witch. I don't know. All she does. Okay, so like I don't think she does spells. Like she does pendulum reading. Like I have like, just crystals and things like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, like it's pretty funny. They're a pretty cool couple. Like I think I don't know. They're gonna be I don't know. Something's they're gonna be a couple to watch. Like I feel like they're gonna make it if they would just like chill out. Because I don't know. She's like she says that she never thinks about her decisions. She makes very rash decisions. And I was like, oh, okay, well, this is not a rash decision that you don't make this isn't one of those things where it's like a rash decision. This is a thing that's like for life. You know what I mean? Like this is for life. So I don't think she'll get sick of him. I don't know if he's there for her, like for her. I don't know. I don't know what's going. These two, we're gonna have to watch these two because I don't feel like they're like their strongest couple, you know. But there's the other one. Okay, so we're getting to Justin and Nikki. Now, by looking at them, you would think that Nikki is way older than Justin. He's from Moldova. She's from LA. She's 47. Justin's 36. They met 17 years ago on a dating site. Now, they're just rekindling their relationship. Now, he's moving here, but in this episode, the last episode, she's going to visit him. And to meet or not meet his parents, but see his parents for the first time since he was already here one time before. They got approved a while ago for a visa, and he came here before. And I'll get to reason why he left and why it didn't work out the first time in a minute. But this is Nikki and Justin, like I said, Moldova. Yeah, Moldova and LA, right? Now, they met when 17 years ago. They got the K1 visa. You know, he came here and he was living with Nikki, and right in the middle of this is after they've been together. This is they're engaged. This is the first time they were got the K1 visa. They're in the middle of an argument. She goes until she yells out and says to him, "Well, I was born a man. That I just so you know, I was born a man." Yep. So Nikki's transgender, right? By looking her out, you can't tell, but she never told him this the first time around. The first time that they met and he moved here to live in the United States, she didn't tell him that she was born a man until they got into an argument. That's how she told him. Now, it didn't work out. He packed up and he moved his stuff. And of course, like it wasn't even, he was, I don't know, I think he's 7 years younger than her. So 17 years ago. So he would have been 17 years ago. Justin was 21. Okay, so he was 21. He comes here to live with Nikki, whatever. They get in a fight, and then yeah, so 17 years goes by, or something like that. But he decides that she is the love of his life. Now, she's fully trans, whatever. She's got all that, you know. So he never knew. He never could tell the difference. And they were sexually, like she said, like there was no indicator, right? And he still says he can't tell. His whole thing is like he didn't know he was 21 years old when he got this news. Like, imagine, like he moved his whole life. He's 21 years old, doesn't know, has no family here, just her. And he comes here to get engaged to her, and she's like, "Wow, he's made me." You know what I mean? So now they're back together, and I really love that he's giving her like another chance, or she's giving him another chance. Basically, it's like they're giving each other another chance because no matter what you say, she lied to him the first time. So you can't even really get mad at him. And she's very insecure about being transgender and how he feels about it. But to me, he's not making it an issue anymore. Okay. She says they don't have enough intimacy, but like this is the first time they've seen each other in a long time. I don't know what's going to happen coming up, but he also is afraid for her safety over Moldova. She's only there to visit him right now. And then he's moving back here. But they clashed over her the way she dresses, not because she's used to be, you know, she looks transgender, just because she dresses. He said you dress like a porn star, and she does. And I'm all about you know, being your sexuality or whatever, but like if you're worried about your safety and you're over there and he said, look, I'm worried about your safety, tone it down. He's she goes and she gets there and he's like, oh, he said something to her like, I just, I'm worried about your safety, blah, blah, blah. He's not like making any issues out of like whatever their issues were before, but she is. And like they're meeting his parents and stuff. And like she's already met his parents, I'm sorry, but she's seen him for the first time since they found out that she was transgender. And they're accepting of her. Um, but she just seems to be I understand she's insecure, but I thought it was gonna be really like I thought she had reasons to be like maybe he made her feel that way, but he's doing everything he can to make her not feel that way, as far as I can see this from right so far, right? Like he's just like open and I don't know. He's being open and honest with her. It's like, but we'll see. I feel like, I don't know if something with the intimacy happened before, but I don't think that her transitioning is still an issue for him. I think their issue is trust. Her just feeling good enough, worthy enough. I hope that he loves her for her. You can tell that she's in love with him and she doesn't want to get hurt. And she was so wrong for not telling him the first time, and the way she told him was wrong. So she really doesn't have, she can't really give him too much shit about it didn't work out the first time because it was her fault. But moving on, but I don't know. I hope Nikki and Justin work out. Um, he wants to go out, like he said, like we'll spend time. She thinks like she's like you're hiding me or something like that because he said we'll do a lot of our date, our hanging out, our sightseeing at nighttime or during the day. And she's like, why are you trying to hide me? Everybody's out during the day. So it's like in her head, she's hearing is he just doesn't accept me. I'm not good enough. He's not even saying anything, like he just is like having general conversation and she's hearing something completely different. Um we also find out too that she has also given him lots of money. She's funded a lot of his plastic surgeries. I didn't really like that a lot. I didn't like that too much. I didn't like the fact that she gives him a lot of money. Not that like if you're going to be with somebody, okay, but like they're not engaged yet. Again, they don't live together yet. They don't know if they're going to be together, and she's been funding his plastic surgeries for like 10 years. Yeah, but we have bigger fish to fry because we're going to get to Rob and Sophie, which they were my favorite couple to begin with. Rob and Sophie were my favorite couple. I thought that they were going to be like the cool couple, whatever, like Drake and Kim K. But this dude is so immature. Let me just tell you, I wasn't going to mess with Rob about his not having a bathroom, right, in his apartment. But dude doesn't have a bathroom. So it's a problem for me now. Okay. It wasn't a problem when I felt bad for you, dude. When I thought you were like, just trying to like, you're like a struggling artist or something, right? No. So like, okay. First of all, he lives in LA. He lives in she's so let me back up. She is from the UK. She's a social media influencer, which to me, whatever, she's on social media. She just looks really beautiful. She's one of these beautiful like Kim K looking girls, right? But she's like very down to earth, and like she doesn't come off like that. You think by looking at her, you would think that she's like snotty and like nobody's good enough for her, and that she would have to have all these like upscale like amenities to where she lives, right? So whoa, but like girl, she's like, she has, hey, Mimir, glad you're here. I didn't have this scheduled ahead of time, but I'm glad you're here. I'm talking about 90 Day Fiancé right now, the new one. And then I'll probably talk about Sisterwives and some Southern Charm. But yeah, so I'm talking about Rob's. This is a new 90 Day Fiancé. Now, this is Rob and Sophie, who I thought were going to be my favorite couple in the very beginning. But now I can't stand this guy. I know he's young, but okay. So he brings her here. She's beautiful. I don't know what their plan was. I thought they were supposed to get married. I thought that that was their plan. I thought it was a 90-day thing. They had to get married. But uh, first of all, she gets off the plane. She's been here before. He lives in LA, not but like in where's he live? A certain part. It's not bad. Where she's from. It's not like what she's used to. But anyway, dude doesn't even have a bathroom, and it's not like he lives in a hostel